Hello everybody and welcome to another educational video. In this video, I'll go through a quick demonstration showing how I find and use stacked buying and stacked selling imbalances in the ATAS footprint software. These imbalances are also known as market inefficiencies, and price generally likes to come back and test these inefficiencies as support or resistance. I've been using this indicator for quite a while in my own strategies, and there's been some interest in the Discord channel regarding how I find and use these levels. I'm not aware of any indicator in TradingView that will reliably show market imbalances, so let's go ahead and get started with the ATAS footprint software. First off, you need to download and install the ATAS software. It is free for crypto. There are no paid subscriptions or paid editions or any kind of tiered membership, so there's no reason not to have this software. Go to atas.net and go down and get crypto free of charge here. Once you do that, you'll be presented with a screen that maybe looks something like this. You can go back and ensure you're on the Home tab. Go ahead and click the chart option, go to All Instruments, type in BTC. For this demonstration, I'm going to use the Bybit BTC USD pair. I'll click OK. Chart will pop up. I'll go ahead and maximize it, and I'll right click and go to the templates dropdown, and if you care about your eyes, go ahead and click dark mode. For this demonstration, I'm going to go back with a period of 50 days. It's just going to take the last 50 days of data, and I'll go to the 15-minute chart. From here, to get the indicator, right-click, go to Indicators. Type in Stacked, and Stacked Imbalance will pop up. Go ahead, click on that, and click Add. You'll see that this adds some kind of mess to the chart here. What you want to do is reduce the line width to 3 or lower, and then click on Line Till Touch. All this does is it ensures that the line will be printed until price revisits those lines or those areas of imbalance in the market. Now, there are a lot of imbalances you can see, and this isn't really helpful for finding confluence in my strategy. So what I want to do is I want to change a few of these options, and I'll go through each of them. The imbalance ratio specifies the degree of imbalance in the market that is required for the indicator to print on the chart. The higher the imbalance ratio, the more imbalanced the market is at the specific areas that are printed. So for example, right now, the imbalance ratio is at 300. If I increase it to 500, for instance, you'll see that it reduces the amount of imbalances printed on the chart. It only shows the areas of higher imbalance. Now, for imbalance range, what this specifies is the amount of times an imbalance ratio occurs. For example, if I have 3 here, there must be 3 consecutive imbalances with an imbalance ratio of 500 to print on the chart. So if I increase this to 5, what it's going to do is require there to be 5 consecutive imbalances with a ratio of 500 to appear on the screen. For example, I'll zoom into this area. You can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive imbalances, and each of these will have an imbalance ratio of at least 500. I'll go back to the indicator. And I'll look at imbalance volume. Right now, imbalance volume is 30, and this is the minimum volume associated with the imbalance required for it to print on the screen. A volume of 30 is very low, especially for Bitcoin. So let's go ahead and change this to 100,000, just for example. You'll see that most of the stacked imbalances will go away, and you'll see, I'll click OK, that the only imbalances left are the ones that are associated with a relatively high volume bar here. I'll go back to indicator. Typically, I'll leave this as default, and if I'm interested in the volume associated with the stacked imbalance, I will just go and look at the volume bars associated with it. These here are the default settings I generally use when looking at the Bybit charts. This will change according to time frame, according to strategy, and according to the crypto you're looking at. So expect to be changing these values pretty frequently until you find something that works with you. This days option will determine how many days it will look back before it stops calculating stacked imbalances. Right now it's set at 20, but maybe if you're looking at a higher time frame, for instance, you might want to set it back to 50 or even higher. Do note that the higher this goes, the more computing resources required to calculate the indicator. And so it could lag if you use too high of a day's value. These are the settings I work with. I'll go ahead and click OK. And I'll quickly talk about how I use these levels in my own strategy. The ones you see on the screen are the areas in the chart where the market is most imbalanced. For example, right here in this stacked buying imbalances, this is where buying far exceeded selling. That's why they're called imbalances. Generally, these areas will act as support, and price likes to come revisit them. So for example, let's say price comes down, I would expect this zone to act a bit as support. And if price actually moves through, I would actually expect all of the imbalances in this area to be filled. Similarly, stacked selling imbalances like what we have here with many consecutive imbalances, which generally happen at an impulsive move. So we'll scroll out and actually move over and see that this did happen at an impulsive move downward. I would expect a zone like this to act as an area of resistance. When combining these areas with other technical indicators and technical tools, it can be a really powerful way to add an edge to your strategy. I'll get back to where we were. This is all I have for the quick demonstration, just showing you how I find these stacked buying and stacked selling imbalances in the market. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comment section below. If you would like to check out the trading Discord, I'll put a link to that in the description below. This is where I post exclusive content, exclusive analysis, exclusive educational materials. It is free, so feel free to come click that link, come check it out, and chat with me in the Discord.